Recording in progress.
Renji, what happened?
I don't know.
Oh no.
So the boat arrives in Scornabel, and off jumps Mitch.
It's just Renji T-posed, it's fine.
What is happening in my world?
So
What's
who the
happening?
fuck?
What happened?
That is a satyr. What the fuck?
I will take that.
All right. So, after the riverboat trip, you arrive in Scornabel on the outskirts of the port as you still have your brother bound and gagged. So maybe not the direct port. Sure, a little bit outside of town is where you end up tying off, and you are able to exit the vehicle, the riverboat, to see a familiar satyr and a couple others on the dock area. Less banged up. Still has the staff that she always carries, but she's not leaning on it as heavily. Her arm is no longer in a sling, though it is still wrapped. As you disembark, what would you like to do?
Looks to Kendall. Would you mind accompanying me dropping him off to my family?
Certainly.
So I think the others, and they're gone. Anyway.
Well, I suppose we have no choice.
You see skipping away.
Mimi.
Yep.
I just really want to see some of the shops around that we missed last time. Yeah, gone.
Okay.
All right.
Alrighty then. Well, kind of like tugs I lost one a bit. Well, we're going home then.
Well,
It's
lead the
about
way.
half days on foot, isn't it?
Something like that.
Okay.
As you step off and you're having this conversation, Island does kind of start sending some of the other satyrs to switch out the crew, and walks over to you and goes, I see you have this a little more sorted than last time we spoke.
A little bit, yeah. It's we'll figure it out. Yeah. It's interesting.
Did you ever figure out what the issue is?
Well, the first issue was I needed to trap the blading this thing. His issue is that this one is hell-bent on destroying whatever's in the first thing. And it doesn't like me because apparently I'm already corrupted by it. And apparently it will get people out of its way even though they're innocent. Hence.
Kind of gives your brother just a kind of a starish, interesting, glarish look. Well then. Good luck.
Just give Nana a proper send off.
We've done that.
Well, when we sort of thing, maybe we can catch up again and actually do a proper celebration of life.
Always, we're happy for something like that.
Also, I think Nana would be disappointed if we didn't get drunk on her account.
Oh, absolutely.
I think the only reason you, uh, considering the fact that you're talking to me in a non-grumbled way, I'm guessing everyone was just too beat up for alcohol.
It's been a couple days since we saw you last.
Yeah. But a proper celebration of life, even for Nana, that's got to be a 3-day hangover at least. At least. Well, I'll deliver him to mother and father, so this should be interesting.
I can't say I know your father, but I've met your mother. Do you want me to give her a heads up that you're on your way?
Please do.
Of course.
Yeah, once she knows, Dad will know, and then all we'll see. But for what it's worth, I am sorry again.
Well, we're used to being on the wrong end of a vendetta from time to time. I must say, you lost me a little bit when you're talking about why your brother was mad at a sword. But you know,
Oh no, my brother's not mad at a sword. The spirit inside the swords are like mortal enemies.
I'm sorry, explain that one more time.
Swords are possessed by souls of very ancient people, and apparently they have a very rough history.
Do you mind if I take a look?
Sure. Hands them both to her.
Are you handing them to her or setting them down?
Or at least holding them out in front of her.
Hi. I know. It's like the perfect fit.
She says thank you.
Thank you very much.
It's perfect.
Okay. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Let's see. Her insight's real high. Oh my god.
What you doing there?
So she was rolling an insight on the sword
Mm-hmm.
just to see what she could figure out
Mm-hmm.
and rolled a natural 20.
Oh.
Jeez.
And her insight is +7.
Woofed.
Goodness.
My god. Okay. Yeah. There's a moment where as you see, and she's this very interesting, she's a satyr, she's got this super platinum hair with gold flecks in it, this very brightly colored creature wearing different shades of lavenders and purples, and her eyes go completely black, and it's almost like instead of irises, it's little flecks of gold, like little like dust for a bit, and that fades back away, and she goes, are you aware that your brother is currently possessed.
Had a feeling. I I do have to ask something though. The thing possessing Eloswin and the lighter colored blade tells me I have no soul, that I'm beyond the point of saving from its corruption. Is that true?
It's not the sense that I get. Not even slightly. Maybe a bit scorched around the edges, but not gone.
I'm gonna make an insight check.
Okay, make an insight check.
She's lovely, but at the same time, I'm just wondering if Renji is wondering if she's saying this truthfully or saying this to spare Renji some more pain.
Yeah, whether it's to appease or
Yeah, exactly. It's like I get your will to appease and I appreciate it, but now's not the time for lies. Thank God for advantage. That was a 4 on the die. Oofed. So 22.
as far as you can tell, she's being completely honest.
Good. Okay. Hmm. Oh, okay then. And I wonder why he won't let me use him. I mean, puts the darker blade away and goes to try and unsheath the lighter one again.
You pull and nothing.
He's stubborn as a mule.
It's also still connected to your brother.
Can you sever the connection?
I can try.
Is that
I'm
possible?
not sure. There's a couple spells that have been known to limit one's capability, but and there are spells to there are spells that straight up remove curses, but this seems a bit strong for the full effect of that, but it might at least sever the tie between the two.
I'm willing to give it a shot.
Okay. Just for the hell of it, as you watch as her eyes go back into that darker shade, and she reaches out and taps Alostrin, who is still very stoic, but kind of pulls the shoulder back a bit, but she's just like, no.
Oh no. Reggie is also like, no. This is happening. This is happening.
Just let it happen.
Just for the hell of it, Renji, roll me a percentile.
Ooh, 78.
I'd set it at 75.
Let's go.
Renji, with your connection that you've made with both creatures within the swords, you watch as she reaches out and goes to tap Alostrin, and it's almost like the world around you goes black. And you watch as when she moves her hand, it's like she flicks off a very faint black tether off of his shoulder and flicks it. And as it does, you watch that tendril kind of flipped back towards the sword, snapped and severed. And your brother kind of gasps out and collapses backward onto the ground.
Oh, shit.
And then everything goes back. The color returns to the world around you.
Is he all right?
I think he's fine.
Like,
He's on the
go
ground
down.
and he's still gagged, still bound on the ground and just kind of like dazed and starts looking around and then looking around.
Kendall sits like right over him. Like,
like I feel like a lot of wakes up and it's just above him as Kindle of fucking Renji, like right up. It's like
And
Lieutenant, wake up, Lieutenant.
and Island, who actually,
Me,
Reggie,
Connie.
you have a pretty high
Perception, yes.
perception, right? So
Um,
when she went to flick, she used the one hand and wrist that's mostly bandaged up, and the way it's wrapped, she's missing a couple fingers.
Son of a bitch. Oh, okay.
And she's just standing there. I think it worked.
Did he do that? Points to the hand.
I'm fine. It's been it's very risky life. I let my hand get in the way of something it shouldn't have. I should have.
You tried to block with it. Okay.
Not really. It was a long day.
Kind of kicks a Loswin. You okay? That's him. I can tell by the lovely tone of his complaining.
I will be right back. I need to use the restroom.
Okay, we'll pause.
I'm happy.
Recording in
Ugh.
progress.
I hate Ferrero Rochers.
So-
I hate them. I see them every year at Christmas. I fucking despise them.
They're not just limited to Christmas.
That's the only time I see them, and I hate them. Especially when I want a sweet snack, and that's all they have, and I'm like, I don't like them.
They're for Easter and Christmas and Valentine's Day and every day. They're
I feel like you
everywhere.
need to take
For
it
all
back.
around the world.
But at the same time,
It doesn't matter what time of year it is. They pop up. And they're delicious.
In the UK, they pop up immensely for Christmas. And only that time, I guarantee you.
while part of me sees the sad face and says you should apologize, the other part of me says I also don't like them. I don't like nuts like that.
You know what? It's fine. It's fine. More me.
Shut up, Mitch. God damn it.
You said it!
We've already restarted the recording.
Welcome back, everybody!
Ferrero shares are delicious.
I'll stick with Heath bars. Anyway,
Yeah.
so
More from me.
having watched a tether of some sort be removed from Alastrin, you see him now on the ground, looking very confused, muttering angrily through his gag. What would you like to do?
I'll help him up. Now, I'm going to remove this gag. You are not going to yell at anyone. You are not going to make an ass of yourself. You're just going to listen to what I have to say. Am I clear, Aloswin? Aloswin, you have nothing to negotiate with. You have nothing to barter with. This is not a negotiation. Nod if you understand. I swear by all the gods of Lostman, I will deck you so hard in the face that it will cave your nose in. Just nod. Good.
There.
Just before I take it off, I look to Kindle. Now you see what I have to deal with.
What the fuck is happening here?
Puts it back on. I said you're not gonna. You are not to yell at anyone. You are just to shut up and listen.
Yeah, it's like you put it back in. Is that?
Yep. Now, you're not going to say a thing. You're going to shut up and listen. I'm going to explain everything. Am I clear? Right. Picks up his sword. You remember this?
Yeah. Why do you have it?
Because it possessed you.
It what?
It possessed you.
Why are we in Scornabel?
You were hunting me.
No.
You were hunting me and injured and killed innocents.
Yes, that is quite the unfortunate part. Hello. Hi.
Hi, who are you?
Kindle Wildfire. Nice to meet you. I'm a friend. Frenchies.
You have friends?
More than you. You're possessed by whatever's inside this sword because this sword is hunting down this one, which I finally got to shut
no,
up.
I was researching that. I was trying to. I found that one, and it's like pointing at the one that he had. I found that one.
Where did you find it?
Oh, some roadside trader. I don't know. It was forever ago. And then I started having
How long
intrusive
have-
dreams about that one. And then it told me I could help destroy it and remove our family of that curse and burden.
Did it tell you how?
And that's all I've got.
Yeah, you were possessed, bro.
Did you stab me?
In my defense, I was possessed by our family one, and it made me think that you were possessed by this one. There was a lot of mental trickery about, okay?
There was a lot of possession going on. It's not exactly lovely at all.
You fucking stabbed me.
You killed her grandmother!
Ivan's in the group going, yeah, that's the thing that happened. Hello. I'm going back to my family now. I'll
Yeah.
give your
Yes, take
mother
care
a
of
heads up.
yourself.
And you, and I'll give a heads up to your mother.
Yeah.
Last one turns to you, Renji. Who is she and why is she calling mom?
She helped me get away the first time, also get me here, and because she actually met Mum, because Mum and Dad came looking for me as well as you, because reasons.
I think I'm
You know,
starting to turn into Mimi. None of this is making sense anymore.
That's family. Anyway.
Who's Mimi?
Oh, another one of my
I
friends.
don't want to know.
Friend.
Hi.
No.
Oh, you dick.
You attacked me. You killed me. In actual fact.
You stabbed me too.
Okay, you know what?
I will stab you again if you don't.
Okay, all right. Hold on. I think that's enough. Hold on. Kittle's gonna do that thing where she like pushes the both of them away. Just turns to Renji. Shut up. Enough. Turns to Lostern. Shut up. Enough. We're going to your home. We're going to your parents. We're going to sort this whole thing out. I don't want to hear any more. Frankly, it's like putting nails on a chalkboard. If you guys can stop bickering, then we can finally get to a safe place. Okay?
Home's a half day that way.
Okay. Lovely. Then let's go.
Nudges a lost one with his elbow.
Whacks you back.
It's like that scene in Rapunzel.
Yep.
Planet Maximus.
It's just a. Get those fucking Pascal. Just. What?
Kindle turns around with a fireball in her hands.
Stop dipping your nose in the fucking water bowl, then you won't have hiccups and, you want to water up your nose, you dingus. Stupid.
As you start making up your way up the road, you do also eventually get a ping of ascending from Island. I know you just left and all, but your mother says to meet her out the back. I don't know, just going with it. And it just cuts there. Like, that's all she says.
Okay. Thank you for letting me know. Sure thing. Hey, a last run.
Yeah.
Mother just told Island to meet her out back.
That's a bit unusual.
I think I remember why now. Dad probably won't let us in.
Why won't Dad let us in? Why won't Dad let us in?
I may have told him to fuck off.
Okay. Why?
Because he's a prick.
There.
Not sure about you, being his golden child and all.
Oh my God, you need to stop saying that.
You got away with murder.
Apparently, so did you.
I did get away with shit. Looks to Kindle.
And those just at the front of the group going, I need them to stop.
Look, Kendall has been a part of, has heard many an arguments that are incredibly stupid and like all that kinds of stuff just by being in the bar section of the playground. Like she's heard so many stupid ass arguments. She's like, I can't hear another one. I will explode.
I have to deal with enough drama, but back home, but family drama is another thing. I either could be that Dad doesn't want to let us in, or something's happened. What?
Well, I suppose we're gonna find out.
Yeah.
What's with the new costume jewelry on the other sword? Looking over at the charm.
Oh, yeah, no, this shuts the bitch up.
It has like some kind of magical charm that can lock away the demon inside of it.
That's quite handy.
Yes,
It is, unless you use it, and then the seal breaks and it can't be put back.
Can't be put back, and I imagine the corruption it did have on me would be so much worse. Excuse me? Can you not see what I did? I love
He sees
you
what
too.
you're doing. He just knows that's not what you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be giving him love.
I love you too, buddy.
Such a good boy.
I love you too.
He's such a good boy.
Yep.
Fuck it, if you want to be there, you want to be there. I'm not...
Completely perched on your shoulder.
Yep, the 29 kilos of. Yes, fatty. No, you're really not fat though. You're actually a perfect weight. Yeah. So apparently the points to the source, they have some rough history.
Yeah, I think I saw a bit of that.
One killed the other's family, and one bent on revenge for it. I'm guessing.
Well, apparently it killed more than the one's family. It was
Oh, it was a
whoever
massacre.
she was went on kind of a blood-soaked rampage.
Yeah. And they're both so old that they don't even have a face nor a actual name. All she went by is Senri no Shi no Odori.
Hmm. Fukushino Ken. That's all I've got.
What would that translate to? DM, as Benji would know.
Sword of Vengeance.
Oh, okay. So quite literally what it says on the label.
Apparently.
Can I help you? Where was this roadside vendor that you found this sword at?
It's on one of my trips towards Baldur's Gate.
Uh-huh. What did it look like? Well, what do they look like?
I don't know, just pretty average, selling a large variety of interesting knickknacks and seemed interesting. I was like, I want one of these, and like motions to like a little satchel that was on that's on Alastran's hip that you guys did like. It didn't seem like a weapon, so you just kind of left. It's just like a little bag sitting on his hip. He's like, that thing's pretty cool.
What is it?
I can show you.
Just promise me you're not going to do anything stupid.
Of course. Why would I?
I don't have a scroll big enough for the reasons.
You
Got some
remove the
loose.
bindings.
Yeah, I cut him loose.
Goes out, reaches into this bag on his hip. This where is it? This like tannish color, and just takes out a ball and throws it. Roll a d8 for me.
8.
A giant tiger appears in the middle of the road in front of you and turns around, and you can see its very deep set angry eyes, and it just sort of like lays at your brother's feet. He's like, see? And just starts petting it.
Kindle, turn around.
Yeah. What? Oh shit!
What?
Just
What?
switching its ears.
That's a tiger.
That's okay.
Wink suddenly feels very small.
Wink is perched on your shoulder and like ducks a little bit further behind your neck.
He's got like the
Mm-hmm.
the hunched shoulders a little bit.
I mean,
It's
I
like,
could do it again and starts reaching back into
I'm
the
a
bag.
ferocious tiger too.
I mean, I could do it again, and you see he starts to reach back into the bag.
No,
And then it's.
no. It's all
I
right.
believe you.
You can do it a couple times a day. I think it's pretty
I-
cool.
I'd
Very
make something
helpful.
pretty cool. Shows him the chain dot.
What is that?
Starts to do his routine and sees like a sapling tree and just slices for it.
You can see, there's a moment where you see where he's like, oh, that's cool, and then he just goes a bit over the top, but you know, I suppose if it works.
Coming from you, excuse me.
I'm sorry, were you planning on role playing or because plans have changed?
He's such a sweet boy.
I love you too, buddy. Buddy. You're being a bit of a nuisance. That's my throat that you just karate chopped. Believe it or not, buddy, I was doing something. Like as soon as that's like over the top, it immediately is like coming from you.
Exactly. He just keeps walking forward, now being patted next to by a tiger.
Do you think that we should introduce him to Mimi and then see who's over the top?
No.
Who is
because
this Mimi you keep speaking of?
Yes, Kindle. How does one describe Mimi? Boobs.
Tits.
Nice.
Walking tits, lovely heart.
Yes.
Fashionista.
Mm.
Big personality.
big personalities.
It'll just goes.
No, don't high five that.
Hey,
Oh no, I would absolutely high five that, considering my line of work.
mm. Oh yeah, I've met like a really weird crew, but they're lovely people.
Yes, we're all kind of a ragtag team, aren't we?
We really are. Like, it's no wonder people look at our entire group and just go, "What?"
Is looking at you, Renji, like, and then turns over to Kindle, just mumble, or just I'm trying to make it seem like I'm being quiet, but I'm not. Just goes, and you keep him around, or you keep them around.
Believe me, I've been around horrible company.
Obviously, you keep them around.
I think they're wonderful. Oh no, no, hang on one moment. Renji, I thought of
Yeah.
another joke.
Oh, carry on.
I'm gonna hate this.
Okay. So a demon-possessed person, a vampire, a shapeshifter, and a prostitute walk into a tavern. That sounds like the start of a really good joke.
Oh yeah. And oh, don't forget the cat and the closet.
Ah, yes, the cat in the closet, the ghost cat in the closet,
Yeah.
and the demon fiend dog.
Yeah.
I'm very confused.
You'll meet everyone in time.
I mean,
At some point, I'm sure.
I cannot guarantee you that they won't try to kill you, or at least hurt you,
True.
because he did murder someone.
I... True.
Yes, it was under possession. Absolutely fair. But murder is murder. I should know. I nearly got kicked out of Candlekeep.
Yes. That was hard.
Yeah.
That's what she
How
said.
do you get kicked out of a library?
You kill someone.
You try hard enough. I'm sorry. My humor is awful today. I apologize.
It's fine. It's fine. No, it's fine. Good. Like, I was tempted to say it myself, but you know.
Well, sounds like it's been a busy time for everyone.
Yep. Well. Yeah. I'm gonna uh like take out of the belt the sword of vengeance. Can you hear me? Mentally.
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Mm-hmm. Hmm. 18.
What?
I don't know how much of the outside you are able to listen to, but believe it or not, I want what is burdening my family to be over and done with as well. So I'm willing to help you in that. And maybe we can work together to rid the world of injustice and wreak vengeance upon the innocent who have been trampled on. But if you want to do that, no more innocence has to be hurt. Once this sword is done, maybe we can work together and actually do some good. But that's up to you. If you don't want that, we can just destroy her, and then I put you away in a shrine and you'll never be touched again.
A creature like you is unworthy.
I'm sorry, I'm unworthy and he's worthy?
It's not responding to you.
All right, you sit away and mope and sulk, and you think about it, okay? We have until we get home and figure out what we're going to do, and I'll expect an answer then. If not, then you're just going to wither away and rust in a shrine, completely forgotten. And hell, I may not even use you to destroy. I might find a different way, and you won't get what you revenge. So, up to you, KK. By then.
After a while, because it never responds, you find yourself coming up towards the temple that you've known to be your home. Are you just going into the front door, or are you going around back?
I'll go around back because if Mama says please go around back, it's usually a for good reason.
You tuck around the back. Alashran is just like, we can just and follows.
It just looks so lost. Mum said to meet around back. We're gonna meet around back.
Follows you around the back. And you see towards one of the smaller back gates. Your mother is actually outside. Every now and then you see her pop her head outside looking down the road, and then you see that if she catches your attention, steps outside, lets the door close behind her, and waits for you to approach.
Yeah, I approach.
Oh. You seem to be getting along fine now.
It looks for Lawson. Do you want to tell her?
No?
You know
Oh,
what?
do you want me to tell them?
I don't remember anything for the past. I don't know how long.
How about you tell her what you do remember at least?
I found a sword. She's just like, I'm aware. I do and looks to you, Renji. After it was brought to my attention, I do vaguely remember it coming into this household. are being seen around this household. And I've done
This
a
one.
bit of, yes, that.
It's a bit of a. It's a bit of an asshole.
Come in. And she pushes the door open, and you can see that she has a small little table. This is in one of the back rooms that you know that your mom kind of uses to hide away from the general bustle around the temple. It's got a small sitting table in the corner. It has a wooden door that leads to an area where you were never really to go when you were growing up, but you know it to be her space. And she has a teapot set up with a couple. There's a lot of cups here. You can tell she wasn't sure how many people were coming that are just kind of like piled on the corner on a tray. And she motions for you all to sit.
I'll sit.
Alostrin does as well. Very timid around your mom. She starts pouring the teas, handing them out. Kendall, you are also invited to sit.
Just it.
I would like to know more exactly as to what happened.
So both of the swords seem to have a entity inside them bent on just hating each other. I am not afraid, but I'm not proud to admit the fact that the one I had made me done horrible things, including the murder of an innocent. But I went to go sort that out, and I have, and shows the chained up blade. And now there's a barrier, there's a block from her, and I feel good.
You look better than the last time I saw you.
Yeah. I and then I found out that he was looking for me, but and looks to a lost one, like with the look of, do you want to finish this part?
But apparently somewhere along the way, I was sort of possessed, I guess.
It wasn't sort of, it definitely. People got hurt on both sides.
Make an insight check.
22.
22.
Mm-hmm.
You can see Alostrin kind of trying to grapple with what he's been told and what flashes he has as to what happened. And there's definitely a lot of oh shit, what did I do? You also notice that those lines that he had have not changed like yours had. They're still there.
Interesting. They're still there. Alasrin,
Yeah. Yes.
your hands.
Oh, what the fuck? And you see your mom just kind of and he's like he's like, what are these? What are those? He goes, what the fuck? And then it's like the sense of the mom, and he's just like,
I meant,
what are
oh.
these? What
A lovely side effect.
Yeah.
of
Right?
what?
Is that
What,
what do you think?
brother? Think. I was tempted to actually let Reggie just
He's
go.
got an intelligence of
"Bruh."
his
Bruh.
intelligence is 10, okay?
Oh
His
my
intelligence
gosh.
is what?
10. His dex is
Oh,
insane.
buddy.
His charisma is insane. His intelligence is 10.
What? My intelligence is 15. I've got a whole one +2 on him.
Yep.
He's got me on the charisma though.
His charisma is 17.
Even I have an intelligence of 12.
Yeah, he's got an intelligence of 10. He's
Yeah,
literally exactly average.
like I have a charisma of 13, but my dex is like forwards 20. Yeah, brother, that's what happens when you're possessed. Physical stuff happens.
Is it permanent?
Well, I don't think so because mine are gone. But that's because I have this.
Kind of like puts his arms underneath the table. That's weird. Your mom pipes
Yeah.
up. Well, now comes the question of what now?
One idea would be to just leave these swords to wither, rust until the end of time and leave them alone. This one only takes out Dance of a Thousand Death. And or I can use this sword against her, destroy her, and then we'll be done with it. But this one is refusing to play ball with me. Also, why did it pick you? And no, that's not a dig. That's a genuine question. Why did it pick you?
I don't know. It showed me what happened, what he saw when he was alive, I suppose. His hunt, and I offered to help destroy it. And I guess he was happy with that.
I see. So you offered to help it.
To get rid of the apparently horrendously genocidal soul that had been in my family's shrine for thousands of years, yes, I offered to help destroy it.
Kindle is going to turn to Renji, whisper in their ear. So it chose him because he's stupid.
You know what? That wouldn't put it past me.
Obviously, he would be easily influenced. It would be a very quick and easy vessel.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hmm.
Question. Oh, hold on. I don't think I've caught the names of the blades. What are they again? I've forgotten.
What's of the Dark One? Dance of a Thousand Deaths.
Aha.
This one, simply put, the Sword of Vengeance.
Hmm.
You have a shite name, by the way. Reggie's nose starts bleeding. I knew you listened.
Alashna's just kind of like, I thought it was kind of cool.
Off table. The vengeance one is the one that Alastron used, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I just wanted to clear that up in my brain.
Yeah. Of course, the last one I think it's kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
So that one has the ability to destroy that one.
I don't think it did.
It may or may not. It's still up in the air.
Well, I think that's
And
why
yet,
it needed to do it.
right. And Renji, you've given it a chance.
But
it's not.
If it really wants to destroy this thing, then fine. But I have given him an ultimatum.
Mm.
Either I let them both rust undestroyed just somewhere where they'll never be seen again.
Mm.
Or I assist in helping him destroy that thing and then continue on this agreement where no innocents get hurt. And if it truly wants to be a thing for vengeance, it's vengeance for the innocent who have been trampled upon and who have been done wrong by society, by evildoers, by anyone.
Oh wow, sounds a lot like my home.
Oh, I think it would have a field day with your home.
Oh yes, it would, wouldn't it?
Yeah. So I've given it, those ultimatums, and apparently I'm unworthy. Immediately death glares at Osman. Just shut up.
Because that's exactly what he did. He was like,
I'm having intrusive thoughts.
By all means, sips tea. Or the tea.
You know, I pride myself in knowing when a smart idea is smart and when things are not smart.
How do you know a smart idea is a smart idea until you voice this possibly smart idea among peers of like-mindedness?
All right, but I have to preface beforehand, before I say anything, I am not actually serious, unless we want to make this serious. Okay? We've broken the tether between the sword and Elosrin. The sword refuses to work with you because it believes you to be unworthy. It is essentially the sword of vengeance. My personal goal is very vengeful. To protect innocence.
I think I know where you're going with this.
I don't want to try it if it's too much of a risk. Again, like I said, I know when a smart idea is smart and when a bad idea is bad.
You're having conflicts about this one, aren't you?
A little. But again, it's just my train of thought. I'm not fighting in any direction. Besides, I'm not exactly quite keen on being possessed. I kind of deal with my own demons.
No, and that's why I offered myself, because I was
Right, you've
used.
already been, and it's,
Yeah,
you know,
you know,
yes, the exposure.
and
Yeah.
there's and this vengeful sword doesn't see murder as quote unquote playtime.
It what?
Yeah, Dance of a Thousand Deaths saw murdering people as playtime.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. Realistically,
If it
I only let her play twice, which is not bad.
was up to me, my personal vote would be to take the swords and bury them or destroy them or something. Place them somewhere where no one in 1,000 millennia will be able to find them.
Yeah.
That would be my vote. No harm, no foul. No one gets hurt. However, there's also the chance that they could be found.
Yeah.
But people would be safe for many millennia.
Yeah. Unless, I don't know.
Unless.
Who knows? Maybe the Dance of a Thousand Deaths, has a cult behind them, and this sword has been their prize,
Right.
like been the object of their searches and desires for however long, and eventually it will take
That
them.
is also a very big possibility.
Yeah.
As a person who has been in a cult, that is
Wait, what?
definitely a possibility. What?
We'll put a pin in that. Like, Mum, what do you think? My brain is hurting.
Looks to you. Looks to Elosrin. Looks kind of closer to Elosrin, and then just something tells me that attempting to use that blade is not exactly a good idea. I would suggest that we keep them here, hidden with me. Your father has been keen on getting it back where it belongs. But I'm worried about the temptation in there amongst some of the others who have heard a bit of the story now. At least until we can find something. If they are, as you say, imbued with some soul, there is a good chance that I will not be able to just melt them down. Not here, at least. There might be some other forges somewhere.
You know what? I
It
think
could there could be a possibility in melting it down and then like burying it somewhere. Like not even turning it into anything. Just a heap of metal. No one's going to be looking for a heap of metal.
yo, above table, that's actually a really smart thing to do to a cursed item. Because the soul will still be imbued with the metal, but if you
Yeah.
just reshape it to something else, it actually
And if you don't tell anybody,
exactly and
no one's
basically
gonna know.
and it basically renders the locate object spell null and void because they're looking for one particular object, but it's been melted down to another one. That's clever. Above table, as a DM, I'm very proud of you.
Thanks. I actually felt really proud of that myself. I felt pretty smart.
Yeah, that. No,
I'm
I'm
just
happy.
saying, it's a possibility.
Hmm. I don't think I need to tell you, mother, but I just want to say it anyway. Do not, I repeat, do not unsheath the Dance of a Thousand Deaths, please.
No, I do not believe I will unsheath either one. She stands up and does one of these motions, and then starts walking over to that wooden door that you just like knew there as a kid. It was like her space, but she never really let anyone in, and she just opens the door and gestures for you and Elastrin and Kindle to follow.
Follow.
You follow, and it's actually an older styled forge. It's currently cold, but it can easily be reset. And she goes over behind some of the slats and lifts up some of the flooring, and there's just like an empty space under the floorboards as there typically would be. She's like, at least for now, I would rather not touch them myself. And just motions for you to leave them.
Renji will put them in the flooring.
Be right back.
Yeah. She covers it back up.
Hey, looks to Lawson. And looks back to Mom. I think we're ready to forge our own.
I can certainly help you with that. In the meantime, and pats both of you on the shoulders, you need to figure out what you're going to tell your father.
A very audible groan from Renji, just. Am I right in assuming you let us in through the back because he wouldn't let me in?
I wanted to get a better understanding as to what was happening before. Your comment last time you were here.
Which one? I made plenty.
You were not wrong. And she puts her hands on both of your cheeks. And I'm sorry.
I'm sorry too, Mum. Looks to a lost one. I'm sorry too.
Yeah, all right, fine.
Wow, you're such a prick.
Um.
It's like swearing near an Italian mother. You just don't do it. Allow me that one. I've been dying to call him that in your presence.
Hmm.
Look, I know we didn't get on the best of times. I know we really didn't get on at the worst of times. But you are my brother, and generally, if you needed anything, you know it'd help.
Yeah, I guess. Same to you, I suppose.
That's the best I'm going to get out of you, isn't it?
You can see that there's a moment where he's just like he starts to lift his hand and he's just like,
It was like hug, no.
no, he's just like, no, it was definitely like, I'm about to flick you up and my mother's on my shoulder. He's like,
Mm-mm.
in the meantime, I am going to get started on finding you something else if you'd like.
Well, I did make something, and I'm not gonna lie, Mum, I'm kind of in love.
Oh, very interesting. Well, she's just like she's like, you know how this is gonna go, and gestures back to the outside doors where you can show off for a little bit.
All right, like whole thing, like goes to the training dummy area.
Well, that would be inside the temple. She brought you back outside around back into the woods. If you want to go all the way into the temple, you can.
You know what? This thing needs to be christened inside the temple. So, um, goes to. Can we do this in the training area? That way, I can show you exactly what it does.
Have you figured out how you're going to explain everything?
To Dad? Yeah, but I'm not doing it alone. Looks to a lost one. Look, I've already I've basically told Dad to. It can't get any worse. Can it? looks to his mum.
He's calmed down since then.
Let's be fair, Mum. He needed to hear that at least once. He needed that.
Lostron just goes outside, just like flops on his tiger for a bit.
Oh yeah, last one has a tiger now.
Oh, he still has that bag thing.
Are we top? Oh, okay, never mind.
You've been gone for a while, dear.
Yeah. All right, time to go in the training dummy area.
So you go back out. Are you trying to go through the temple and in, or are you going out and back in through the front door?
Like the main temple area is like not accessible through the back area, is it not? Or is it
You
just
go back up through your mom's space and into the main interior from here? Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go through the back. Hold on. Let's see how petty Renji is going to be. I go in through the front entrance.
Cool. So as you go in up to the front door, Kindle, you're following along as Elostrin also follows along a bit nervous. And they both go up towards the front entrance where a couple members of the temple, and your mom follows along as well. A couple of the members of the temple go to block until they see your mom and they see Elostrin, and they're very confused and just move and allow you in.
Yeah, Renji won't even like. He'll just go afternoon and just keeps going.
Afternoon.
Kendall just walks by.
You enter, and you can see a couple other members of the temple going through basic training exercises as your father stands watching, correcting when needed, and sees you start to approach. And his face goes stoic completely. And sees Elostrin and dismisses the class. And just stands in the middle of the courtyard area, just waiting.
Hey, Dad brings out the rub dart and just starts swinging around near the training dummies. Slicing limbs off, like practices like the lateral forward motion with the dart itself, and then smacking one with the meteorite side.
He comes straight to you. Where is it?
Oh, it's safe. And I'm no longer it's safe, and I'm no longer under the influence of it.
Looks to your mother with this like glare, and she still has that her version of stoic, which has that slight smile to it. And your brother is kind of like tucked off to the side.
With
And
my
is also-
perception, can I
also
see him? Can I see him like trying to?
crossed.
With my passive perception, can I see him like trying to tuck away like ever so slightly?
Probably.
With a 22,
Yeah.
kind of instantly goes, get back. You're not out of the woods yet.
Meanwhile, Kendall's just
Kindle's just wait. Kindle's just wondering where's the
waiting.
popcorn where you need it.
Right.
Hi, Dad. Elostrin, you've also returned. And yet, I would like an explanation of some sort as to why you are here, or you both are here.
Because, Dad, we are making amends. I'm no longer under the influence of that thing. Neither was a lost one. And a lost one's done some pretty bad things under the influence of that sword as well.
Walks up to tower over Alastrin. Explain. Well, I don't have any explanations at the moment. I don't quite recall. And your dad just flips towards you, looks to your brother, looks to your mother, and just turns on his heel and walks inside.
No, Dad, we're having this talk. Get back here.
Yeah, he's inside. He's gone. He hasn't kicked you back out.
Oh, I know he hasn't. He has no reason to. But we were having a conversation and then he just walked off. Wait. Renji storms in that direction.
Okay.
Like,
Renji, okay.
so as soon as you say Renji, he stops, looks to you. Yes.
Perhaps you should just give it a moment. I know. I understand.
Oh, you are lucky. You are lucky Renji is listening to you.
There will always be plenty of time. It's not like the world is ending right now.
Why do you have to put that out there in the universe?
I just said that the world isn't ending. If I said that it was, then perhaps something would happen. But I said the world is not ending.
But why? Now that you've said it, you've jinxed it. You're the reason. You're the reason the apocalypse is now happening, Kindle. You see the slightest of shit-eating smirks on his face. Just
I'm so sorry. You know what? The world is ending. It's falling. The sky is falling. We should leave. Oh no. Oh my.
drops to one knee. Before we die, I must tell you, and just cuts there.
No. Kindle does the thing like the hand,
activated.
the hand in the face, shoving. No. No.
Oh, I imagine Lost was like, "What the fuck is happening?"
Yeah. But with the fact that your father has stormed off, you get the sense that you're no longer kicked out of this temple. You are welcome back. In a tense way.
Hey, Kindle.
Mm.
You want to set fire to a forge and help make swords?
Does a cat like to take naps in the sun?
Let's go then. A last one, you're coming too, right? I kind of need your help with this one. I still cannot, for the life of me, get the proper back edge. Front edge is fine. It's the back one that always screws with me.
Yeah, I'm better than you. We know this.
I will kick you in the ass.
You head in through the temple, down towards the forge. And yeah, what are you making? It's gonna take time. It's gonna take a long time.
A hunk of metal. Then we can
Base-
hide it somewhere and no one will ever find it or care for it.
Um, basically, Renji is going to make himself a katana longsword,
Okay.
and I am
Do you
proficient.
have
I have proficiency with smith's tools as well.
make a, let's see. I feel like it's a strength thing.
I think it's athletics plus proficiency.
That's what I would do for Smith's tools. That sounds
Yeah,
right.
yeah, that's what I would do for blacksmithing.
You have your mother's help and
Mm.
your brother there,
Yep,
so you can roll with advantage.
cool. So that is a +8. Thank God for that advantage. That is a natural 20. Plus
Yeah.
8, 28. Yeah.
Okay. So your mom fortunately has a lot of the tools that you need. You are able to create, it takes most of the rest of the evening. So you and Kindle are likely going to need to stay here for the night. Um, but through the night, you're able to forge the blade using the tools that your mother has. She also provides you with your, oh my God, I know what they're all called.
Suba.
Suba, yeah, Subu and the hilt
The
part
sh-
itself
so the Suba,
is the,
Fuchi, Kashira, the Suka. Yeah.
yeah. And there are leather bindings that you can use to create the wrap. That's going to take a bit more time. But at this point, it just comes down to the final bits of assembly. The blade itself has been crafted.
Okay.
It is just a basic longsword at this point,
That is.
as it is a basic ass forge that your mom has.
That is absolutely fine. Well, I need to get rid of you, and I need to get rid of you, and I need to get rid of you.
As the night goes on, you notice that your mom has always a sense, your mom usually has this sense, this stoic sense to her that she kind of keeps everything hidden. But when she's working the forge with you, it's a zen meets just, this is what gives her joy and fulfillment. This is where she's in her element, which is not something you really had a chance to see. You realize that she's probably done most of the crafting that takes place in this temple, but she's just kind of kept that to herself, outside of like your dad knows, obviously.
Yep.
She's extremely skilled. And she looks to you after you guys have put together and quenched the blade. So, does that mean you're staying?
For the night. Me and my friends are not done.
I understand. You have been back and forth to Candlekeep, correct?
Well, now that the sword has gone from me, I can go back now. I may have been temporarily kicked out on the condition that I find some way to deal with the sword.
I see. But you can regain admittance now.
Yes, yes, I can.
Perhaps see if there's any sort of forges or anything that we can use to melt down the blades while you're there. Maybe then we can find a way to get rid of them both, rather than keep them in some shrine for them to possess somebody every 1,000 years or so.
That sounds like a good idea. Does that sound like a good idea, Kindle?
Kendall, at this point, you're like half asleep because it's been they only need 4 hours of sleep. You need 8, so you're like,
Kindle, what do you think? Oh,
What? Sorry. I was dozing off. I'm awake. What?
No, sorry. I forget you need a full 8 hours.
Yes. Not like you. You can just trance and do just fine.
We'll let her sleep.
of course.
Ah,
Kindle, here, just
Ah.
lay down properly. Just here you go.
okay.
Just
No need to tell me twice. She's gonna conk out.
I'll see if I can see if Candlekeep has anything about any forges that can basically destroy.
Please do. Keep me informed what you find.
I certainly shall. Somehow. Maybe a while between correspondence as I'm not Island, I can't send a message.
All right.
Turns to Rossum. Please stay out of trouble.
There, when you say that, when you first turn to him, you notice he's not really paying much attention to you. And then he's like, huh? Yeah, of course. Of course.
Inside check. Just a general vibe check from 19.
Your brother's missing a lot of time. A lot of memories to try and sift through. And they're not all there. And it's not going well. But he's relatively good at trying to keep that to himself.
Hey,
Hmm.
it might do you some good to find someone who can, bring back those memories that you missed.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea. I should do that.
You don't want it, do you?
I should do that.
Yes, you should. Some of them are not going to be easy. But at least prepare yourself for that.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you something that you need to hear right now. I forgive you.
Yeah. Right.
Still has so much trouble processing emotions. Is
Your mom just kind of smiles a little bit and like puts a hand on each of your cheeks. Bed, go.
I'm gonna stay here with Kindle.
All right.
He's gonna. He usually does a meditative pose, but he's gonna like sleep normally.
Mhm.
Quotation marks.
Yeah.
And just
You're-
lie down in a comfy position and just.
Yeah. Before you even lay down, your mom looks at you and goes, "Well, since I know my child, in touch. See you some other time, I'm sure." She's expecting you to sneak out early in the morning and not say anything. She's just like, I know my child.
Just without opening my eyes, just goes. Tell Dad I said bye as well, I suppose.
Give him time. He'll come around.
Luckily, we live for quite a long while. Good night, Mum.
Good night.
Kendall's like on the floor with Wink like curled up right in front of her with the tail,
Ever so
and the
slightly.
purring.
Mhm.
Uh,
And that is where we will end it.
yay.